Hello, welcome. I'm Jon Binnie. I'm spiritual psychic mentor here in Bonnie, Scotland. And I'm here in the beautiful woods here in East Lothian. Let me flip you around. Beautiful woods here to explore with my papillon patch, living my dream life, and I can hear what must be a deer. Where are you? Somewhere up there. There's this survival technique, which is if you ever want to just notice a wee path up ahead. If you ever want to be invisible in the woods, you just need to stand still. Very cool. So we'll definitely talk to some trees today and some psychic messages from them. And this tree here, maybe it's a Scots pine, I'm not sure. Wow, you're beautiful, you're huge. Let's ask this tree about the videos that I was doing last night, the orbs flying around in the sky, and what they are. Because it's got a great view of the sky up there, let me ask. Just asking permission to connect. He says yes, because I already asked permission. I already asked permission for the woods, and they said, yes, please go ahead. So let me ask this question. What were the orbs I was filming last night? This tree says, it calls them dancing stars. And it says that life is in everything. So stars are alive, for example, and shooting stars are alive. It says those stars that we see are dancing stars. And so it sees no difference between all lights in the sky because all light signifies life. Wow, thank you. What a beautiful perspective. Kind of blows my mind. Thank you so much. On you go, Patch. Go on then. What is it? Can you see something? There was a funny noise, like a growl just now. A low rumble, I can't say the word. Low rumbling. Just before I connected to the tree back there, there was the tree next to it kind of rubbed against the other one and made a vibrating sound, like a. That was cool. There are lots of interesting sounds here today. This area feels very alive. And you know, walking here, you would think that some trees have been recently cut down. What happened here? We could ask one of the trees what happened here. They've been cut down. I think this is a fallen tree that's been cut. We've not had any strong winds recently. I remember some of these, but not this many. Oops. Sorry, twig. Wow, very cool. So if you haven't watched the video last night, I recorded with my Psionics night vision camera, which can see betterer than the sorry, I got some lunch in my teeth. better than the human eye, certainly my human eyes, you can see, I would say, at least half of the orbs that I've filmed with the naked eye. And it's really easy to, think that it is just restricted to my skies, to where I live. And it's not, right? There's lots of people. In fact, there was people in friends in the US that got me into buying this camera because their videos are just so compelling. Nothing could prepare me for the emotions that I'd go through, because I'd say for some of the orbs that you witness, it's like, yeah, it's something moving. Maybe it's a satellite, I don't know. Maybe it's an airplane, I don't know. And it's just kind of moving all of its own accord. And then you see more of them moving. You're like, satellites don't fly in formations, or at least not what we're, not the satellites that we have been told about as a public. Let's flip you around, see Patch exploring as well, it's funny. And they do appear to interact with each other, so that starts to open up your heart and open up your mind more. And they interact, which is stunning, shocking and stunning. And that, at least from a video perspective, is very interesting. It's great entertainment, right? You see something moving in the sky, you say something to it, it flashes or pulses or powers up, and you're like, oh, that's cool. I will have to deal with, I'll flip you around because we have to deal with what Patch is putting down. It's funny, there's an airplane just going overhead. But nothing could prepare me for the surprise of seeing an orb, a ship, and then I would, let's pick this up, one thing at a time, John. Oh, it's got a vine stuck in it. Watch out, Patch. Falling poo vine. Yeah, nothing could prepare me for the experience of the feeling. So I would say that some of this work, you can just go out and buy a night vision camera and you can point at the sky, or you can even use your own phone or your own camera, or just look, right? That's all a great start. I do feel that the more open your heart is, the more likely you are to have some sort of magical experience. And the more that you feel into the exchange, the experiences, the more you're able to really enjoy it. And you start to build a connection, build a relationship with the orbs. There's every chance. So I'm just sharing all this logically, right? And at a very human level. I'm not trying to access any higher aspect of me or talk to my spirit guides or trees about it. Yeah, nothing could prepare me for the feeling. So when, first of all, seeing an orb, a craft, and saying something to it. So last night I said, if your spirit guides, or was it the night before? I kind of get confused. But in one of the two last videos I posted, I asked, if you're my spirit guides, please show me that you're real in the third dimension. And out of nowhere, well, it wasn't just no, I happened to be pointing my camera in that area of the sky. I got a pulse of light. And it wasn't just a single second flash. It was for a few seconds. And if you think about what I've done logically there, I've first of all gone outside, right, in the dark. I pointed the camera at the sky. It's really fascinating. A top tip is hit record record before you then expect or hope to see something. I do like very rarely I will see something with the naked eye and then film it. It seems that filming is an act of opening up to receive, and maybe they don't want to waste their energy if you're not filming. And so yeah, then there's this interaction of saying hello and a cycle. I describe it as gratitude. So when you see something and you experience it, say thank you so much. And that is just so wonderful and powerful, because I feel that when we share our gratitude, that's when we create this feedback loop. So we're more likely, the more we do it, the more likely we are to be able to... It's funny, it feels like something's following me over there. Talking of standing still and standing behind trees. Keeping an eye on you, looking in my rear view mirror of my camera. So yeah, say thank you, celebrate it, beautiful, thank you so much, and feel that emotion in your heart. And I do feel that the orbs feel that too, which is fantastic, right? And nothing could really prepare me for the emotion, the love that I feel in my heart. And quite a few people, our contactees, share this this experience. And the last time I felt that so powerfully is either when I invite a being into my body to channel. You know, this morning I was channeling Mother Gaia for today's predictions video, and how to anticipate and calm earthquakes and volcanoes. So that's beautiful. I also experienced it when I saw a Galactic Federation ship super close. It came like physically. It was physically here in the third dimension, and was really, really close. It came down and visited me just before the lockdowns in the UK a few years ago. And it was huge, you know, 5.5 full moons in length, as I described it, and filled with windows. There is no mistaking it for anything else other than one very large craft. And the emotion I had, the love energy I experienced, was intense, and I started immediately crying. I could only describe it as intense feelings of joy. So, if any beings for the highest good, love and compassion for all would like to show themselves, please do say hello in our video today, including in the skies. We don't get much of the sky here, but it's still really beautiful. I'm going to come up here, try not to make you too dizzy with my flipping around, but you can also just listen to the audio if watching the video is not quite what you enjoy as much. So let me flip you around. Okay. I also slowed it down a bit, so hopefully the camera will... I'm learning how to use it. I can slow it all down and make it more natural. Wow, it's these beautiful butterflies. Hello, butterflies. They're all dancing and flying. And isn't it fascinating what the tree was saying? So the tree said that it looks at the stars and sees life. And then, I think that this grass has been cut. Yeah, it sees life in the stars. And so the orbs moving around are just another kind of category of life, if you like. So just another, you know, being up in the sky. And I just love this expansive feeling that this way, Patch, that's the wrong way. The expansive feeling that the tree has, which is that, you know, we have all these kind of mental constructs of what a plane is, what Starlink is, what they look like, what stars look like. The trees don't have that. They don't suffer from the same constraints. And yeah, I feel it's really beautiful. I wanted to share a couple of updates. Well, at a personal level, first of all, getting ready to pick up our new motorhome next week. So that's so exciting. It's so funny. It's only a month we've been waiting, but it's like the longest wait for Christmas. It's so funny. And so excited for that journey, and I'm excited to record some videos of the journey and also do some footage and reviews of the motorhome. None of it's sponsored, however, it does feel like an opportunity to practice. I'll practice interviewing Scott from the sales team and doing a review of the motorhome. I know there's not many. There's only one or two reviews in English, so it's an Italian, I believe, motorhome, little motorhome. So excited about that. And today going live with Viviane Heller, doing readings, clearings, and healings and predictions for people, which will be really fun. So that's at 4:30 UK time, 8:30 AM Pacific time, 11:30 AM Eastern time. And I'm also, isn't it beautiful here? Just stunning. I'm also living my dream life. That's a lot of fun. I have an in-person event coming up, so I did post it on the YouTube page. I'll be doing an in-person event for quantum psychic readings, clearings, healings, and that is on the 24th of August, so this coming Sunday at 7:30 PM UK time. It's just in-person only, with a small group. There'll be around 6 people, and it's moved. They're having some building work done at the venue, so we'll be in the contrast therapy room, which is quite funny because we'll be between the ice bath and the sauna, and participating in neither, although they are a lot of fun to do. I've done it before, and it is a 5-degree Celsius ice bath is a lot of fun. And then a sauna afterwards. So really looking forward to that. And it's so lovely to catch up with people and do these sessions in person. I'm also going to do another in-person event. I know, I'm crazy, right? I'm so sociable. I'm going to do a talk, a presentation on spirituality and AI. So it's something like, I can't remember the name of the title of it, something like, can AI go through a spiritual awakening? So that's really exciting to do. Come on, Patch. Come on, buddy. So that is on the 2nd of October in the big city in Edinburgh at the very prestigious Sir Arthur Conan Doyle Centre. You may recognise that name. If you don't, Google it. So yeah, excited to do that, and a big thanks to my friend Natasha Rocha. She is my co-host for my in-person event on Sunday, and also she helped organise the venue for the AI and spirituality presentation. So excited for that. Going to flip you around once more to show you this beautiful location. And I feel like this is often a place I'll come and talk to more trees. And as you go down to these levels, it definitely gets more magical. There's more fae beings and fairy and ancestors. There's definitely a portal here. Wow, I just stepped through, let me step backwards. I just stepped through a portal-like energy. I describe it as a wave. It's kind of like walking through a wall that you didn't know was there, and it affecting you. You're like, oh, that's different. And in today's Gaia and predictions video, I was talking to Gaia about the differences in vibrations, the differences in the third dimension, fourth and fifth, and in those experiences we shared about, or we heard about the vibration, the feeling of the differences between dimensions, and these dimensions, bubbles of dimensions. And you could describe the boundary of a bubble of a dimension as a portal, because it does facilitate the traversal or transportation of you from one dimensional experience to another. And I feel, it's funny, just as I was about to say that this feels fifth dimensional, the sunlight suddenly appears and it all gets very bright and vivid. And these are really key things to look out for. Most importantly, to feel into. You'll know it when you pass a fifth dimensional or fourth or fifth dimensional portal and you pass through it, because it feels suddenly you're in a heaven on earth, not hell on earth like experience. So that's wonderful. What's that? It almost sounded like a gunshot, but it was a real large bird fluff. It looked like a heron, but it might have been something causing the noise, and then the heron flying off in the river. Very beautiful here. So often when I come into this area, I begin to feel it's a place where I'll sing to my ancestors and celebrate them. Every day I drive here, I pass the Witch's Stone, a memorial to all those who were persecuted for, many of the wrong things, if not all. I don't believe it should ever be punishable by death, or there should be any punishment for people's beliefs. But it's so lovely to be able to honour them and come here. Perhaps we'll sing a little song to them now. Untarahito sunuti chia marakanta unasutaru mahitia maya naratia mahuha chisimi unua niatura mi tisini utura da 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 nasatarutia mia ia sichi mia unura. And perhaps a dragon roar to celebrate the roaring and the releasing of anger. So I'm here to honor all those across the world who've been persecuted for their beliefs, for their expressions, for their divine right to choose what they do in their lives at this time. We celebrate you with this roar. Thank you very much. I can hear them cheering. Let me show you this beautiful embankment of here. Isn't that incredible? This big beautiful tree up here. It's quite funny with this camera because it's unpredictable. At the moment it's pointing downwards. It's like, stop pointing down. So I'm trying to show you the tree and it's pointing at my head. You can go up. Okay, I'm going to change this to, instead of zooming up and down, to moving up and down. That'd be really good. At the moment the joystick just zooms in and out. Well, you can probably see it from this direction that track my face. There. Up here. I saw everyone clapping, so thank you. Wow. All those years, all those centuries, thousands of years, centuries, decades that we've suppressed ourselves, suppressed what we believe in. Because we're scared. Sometimes we don't feel that we can yield the superpowers that we have. Sometimes we have past lives where we've been protecting those abilities from ourselves, or fragmenting part of ourselves so that we no longer are worried about those superpowers falling into the wrong hands, or as being influenced or abused by those that don't serve us. So yeah, it's really powerful to feel into all the multi-dimensionality of our suppression and fear and enslavement, and then break through that. Work through a reality where we can face those fears, sing dragon light and light language, make dragon noises in forests, and sing to our ancestors and celebrate them, to wail for them. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. Let me just spin you around here because this is really beautiful as we enter another area, the Fae area. Come on, Patch. I'm just making sure my heart is nice and big and open and ready to receive. I should also mention, I create a lot of videos over the last 3 or 4 days. I know I create a lot of videos. If you're ever interested in which video should you watch next, it can be helpful to go to my YouTube homepage. And I try and order the playlists and the videos, the recommendations that I feel will be most helpful to people. And you can decide yourself how many of my videos you catch up with. I'm not always going to be doing, one every day or more than one every day. These are just phases I go through, so very much enjoying it and just celebrating these experiences and loving the abundance. I genuinely am energized by doing this. I really love it, and I love taking you to these magical places. Just here, this breeze, sometimes these leaves and branches are waving because of wind and energy that doesn't have anything to do with you, and then other times it is connected to you, and that's what this feels like just now. Hello, just touching you. Thank you for saying hello. Imagine that all wind is emotion, that all energy is consciousness creating energy, and that some of the most powerful conscious energy is emotion, and that everything is living, and so all the wind that you experience is energy. Now these are pretty new concepts to me to feel into and try and discern, integrate. I do feel that emotion is a huge part of our metaphysical abilities, our psychic abilities. And perhaps with this, is this a weed, or no? It's a young branch forming on an old tree. Perhaps we can send some emotion to it to get it to move around a bit. So this is it here. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to just waft against it. Patches disappeared off on a mission. Sending you so much love energy. It's lovely, you see the vertical flapping of the leaves up and down. A little bit closer. It's not my breath, by the way, because it's too far away. Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. It wanted me to touch it, so just say hello. Hello. Just give me a wee touch. Thank you. Try not to fall down here. Is it, Patch? On you go. How are we doing for time? I think I do have plenty of time. It's just after 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Yeah, let's go down to the Hobbit house, the tunnel down here, Patch. Patch. There's a lovely crow saying hello. This way, buddy. Come on, I know there's lots of dog smells. Come on. This way. This way, Patch. Come on, buddy, you can sniff there on the way back as well. Come on, Patch. Good boy. It's so cool down this little path. Yeah, I was introduced to this place by my daughter, and including this little path that takes you down here, because she was doing a school project with her friends, and she filmed a little horror movie down here. I mean, it was just a scary movie. Pretty scary. Sure had a scary story, and they did some of the footage down here. Isn't it incredible how the contrast of these places where you can have such beauty, and then also horror. I never looked at this area here, this little clearing down here. Oh, there's something running around in the woods. Sound a little bit like a dog. Very cool. And this does feel like a portal. So you see the trees go up to it, across here, and they're growing like that as well. These are big trees. And some of you reported some little fairy people in here. There is, without a doubt, and this is a layer of a bubble, just as I come up to here. Am I allowed in here? Am I welcome to step through this? Interesting. The answer is not really. It's because the being, or the kind of the being that lives here isn't here just now. So the tree is saying, please try it another again. Wow, there's a branch up there growing through another tree. I've never seen that before. That is incredible. Those trees are definitely in love, and then in a beautiful unison. That is incredible. Never seen that before. Loads of little flies have just taken off from one of the trees. Okay, but we'll just say hello down the tunnel, which is always good fun. O tara I mo sora kura utoro sumo. You can just about make out on film the little light at the end of the tunnel. A lovely echo. That would be funny going through there, which I don't really fancy doing. Not because I'm scared, but you get... Of course it's not because I'm scared. And I also wanted to share a little bit about some of my recent experiences with friendships. Well, they're not so recent, over the last few years. And in my journey of friendships with people has been that, back when I was a kid, in the early days when I was a young boy, I would be friends with pretty much anyone. And as I got older, I became a bit more discerning. And especially since I started this work, and you might be doing some kind of work in service to others, or maybe you even have a lot of money or success, or the appearance of that in life. And sometimes people are attracted to us not because of what was that, Patch? Oh, I think he just knocked this stone across some roots. It's not so much that rephrase that. I was saying it the wrong way around. It's about having, mutual friendship and a reciprocal relationship where you feel that everything's fair and equal. And I always love reflecting on friendships when whenever you come away from connecting with them, whether it's by in person, by message, voice notes or whatever, you always feel happy. It always feels good, and you don't feel that you're draining their energy, right? And you hope that the other person feels the same. They feel energized. So it's a mutual exchange in friendships. And I definitely, after forming strong boundaries, I created really strong boundaries where, if anything, I made it quite hard, not just for people to befriend me, but also for me to befriend others. I'm now learning to navigate. And one of the things I started doing recently with new friendships is sharing my boundaries quite early on. So for example, I'll say things like, because often my friends have similar beliefs. They've been through some sort of awakenings in their lives. They may remember past lives. There's all these different dimensions of it. And I'm learning. It's lovely as the breeze has really picked up here. What is that noise? Some vehicle making the strangest noise. Maybe it's a tractor coming down the hill. What are you? You are a tractor. I think it's going down a steep hill in a low gear. I'm just avoiding my camper van. I've learned to state my boundaries up front, and I do say to people, if you want, if you enjoy mutual exchange, and I can never say this word. I'm learning to say this word, reciprocal. I need to practice that word. It's so funny, isn't that funny? There's no such thing as coincidence. I used to have a hard time spelling receive for a very long time. Now I can finally spell it. Why? Because I had problems receiving. Same with that reciprocity. I should call the video, the title, add that word into the title of this video and make me practice it. Or write a song about it. That's a good idea. So these are just really powerful experiences to share, right? The more we learn to discern each other's energy and, be more, discerning about those people that we connect with, and always feeling with our hearts first, not just the look and the words from someone, but it's much more about the energy. Well, it is for me. And then stating clear boundaries, and it helps me discern people who want to be clients, people who want to be friends, and how I feel about that too, of course. And it's a lot of fun to continue to navigate this human journey, because let's face it, being human is certainly a journey. Well, thank you so much. We're just coming up on the end here. Thank you so much for joining me and Patch and I. It's been really lovely taking you through the woods, having a chat and exploring and talking to the trees. And if you have questions for the forest here, or the experiences, or questions for me, feel free to, for this sort of video, for the woodland videos, etc., you can just ask in the comments. But if you're wanting a predictions, a longer, deeper answer, please do say it in the link to my website. All right, take care. Sending so much love.